literary luminaries, and welcome back to another Tuesday Talks. Today's topic is, do you read novellas that are included in series? I haven't run into too many series that I've read that have novellas in them, though I've seen a lot of them. Like, I'm fairly certain Cinder, that whole series, I know it has, The Lunar Chronicles, has one. I haven't started reading Cinder yet, unfortunately, so I can't speak to that one. But I know some of MCA Hogarth's stuff has had like little mini stories that go through, and I've read all of them, but that may just be because I like Micah's writing. I think in a lot of ways it depends on what the novella is, what it focuses on. You know, if I read a book in, the first 2 books of a series or whatever, and I absolutely love it, and I find out that there's a novella, there we go. There's a novella in the series that focuses on my favorite character, then I'm going to be much more likely to pick that up because I want to know what's happening with them. However, there's a lot of times that it's going to focus on this other character who maybe I'm not as attached to, maybe I'm not that interested in, and I'm going to be less likely at that point to pick it up. Now, that may be my loss. It's quite possible that in that novella, we find out all sorts of things about said character that make them really more interesting, a lot more, important to the plot. There could be things there that aren't necessary to reading the series, but would be beneficial. And so in many ways, I think it would depend on what was being focused. I haven't exactly done novellas, but a lot of times sort of as character development exercises, I've gone and written like tiny little scenes, short stories about my characters outside of the main plot, hitting my microphone, outside of the main plot of the story. And I'd like to combine all of those and create a novella out of it, between book 1 and 2 or what have you. But I don't know. A lot of that may depend on, how it looks like people are reacting to book 1. Do they look like they want more information on these characters? That sort of thing. It's quite possible that, the traditionally published, I've said the word, way too often. I apologize for that. The more traditionally published authors don't necessarily have the choice of waiting until they get the feedback because maybe their agents or their publishers or what have you are like, all right, we need all these things, go do it. You've got to jump out on that limb at that point. But so I have a very non-answer answer to this particular one. So it's very much depending on the character and what it's covering, because as I've always said, I have a huge TBR. You've got to catch my attention. So if it's just going to be, X sideline character, it's unlikely, unless you really sell it up, that I'm going to end up picking it up. But I'd like to know what you guys think. Do you read the novellas that are included in series? Do you not? Why do you do either of them? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, I would love to hear from you. If you're catching me on Twitter, you can always tweet at me at KRIandFrey. I'd love to hear from you there as well. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up. I'm told that does important things. But in any case, I will see you all again on Thursday for a Top 5 Thursday.